What's going on, gamers? We got a salt farming video here, but also stuff to talk about when it regards Xbox Helix. As you see my headline here, won't have Steam. Microsoft is afraid of Steam Store. There's an Xbox fanboy that obviously could not handle certain situations. Actually, goes like,
because he called you out on your lies and your grifting ways. Are you serious, man? Even Microsoft has confirmed themselves that the new Xbox will have different launchers. Matter of fact, even if we use the logic of the PlayStation fanboys, you guys say that it's not a console and it's a PC. You tell me one PC that don't have Steam, man. To be honest with you, what the title of the video should say, PlayStation ponies are afraid that Microsoft will have Steam and they won't have it. That's what the title of this video should say. Microsoft has confirmed that. Matter of fact, you can see the integration of it already. Even through PC. But you was out here lying and people supposed to sit there and say, oh yeah, you're right, AG. Like a pathetic PlayStation fanboy, and now you're out here mad at your comment section for calling you out on your garbage. Again.
couple, and they're kind of like butthurt because...
Oh, we so butthurt because we won't allow you to lie in the community. That's what it really is, you know? I mean, bro, you got one of the worst gaming takes in this community, man. The fact that I was once subscribed to this guy, I'm honestly disappointed in myself. Seriously, bro. Like, I don't know what you're trying to do with all this garbage.
Microsoft is afraid of the Steam Store. Otherwise, why would this be brought up?
You're afraid of the Steam Store because you know that if Steam is available on the new Xbox, why in the hell would you want to buy a PlayStation? With free online multiplayer for the same games that you have to pay to purchase, as well as pay Sony a PlayStation Plus membership. That is what you ponies are afraid of. You're afraid that the new Xbox might potentially be better than the PlayStation 6. That is all this is, man. This is why we're getting all this coping, right? Oh, you guys need Steam. It's not a console, it's a PC. One day it's a console, the next day it's a PC. That sounds like copium, if you ask me.
He knows how good Steam is. As a matter of fact, they used to do Steam OS. That's before the ROG Ally came out. Microsoft got so insecure that they knew how much they needed to improve Windows, so that they could make the Windows game compatibility be better optimized to give you better FPS. Steam was embarrassing it. Do we remember those tests? So yeah, these Xbox fanboys don't know what they're talking about. Steam was always a threat to the Xbox store and the Windows store because it was garbage for a while.
You do understand that the guy that works for Steam also used to work for Microsoft, right? You do understand that they have a partnership going on. You're fully aware of this, right? You do understand that Gabe actually respects the Xbox more than he respects the PlayStation. That's why Xbox is deciding to open up their platform and merging a relationship with one another by integrating PC gaming with console and PC console gaming with PC. That x86 future that Microsoft has preparing since the original Xbox with x86 architecture, the same architecture that PlayStation decided to copy and use with the PS4 and PS5, is going to be used on the PC. I've told you guys this. Xbox games will be played on PC, and you will, and in return, you will get PC games playable on your Xbox. That is what's happening. That's why there's all these talks with all these different launchers and access to all these games. It's either I take what Microsoft said, or I take what some pathetic little fanboy in the gaming community says that it's not going to have Steam. If Microsoft was so afraid of Steam, they would even already been working on it. You could already see it. That's why most people was scared when they seen the Steam games near the Xbox when they had the ROGs. You don't remember that? Saying, oh, it doesn't really matter. It's not really an Xbox, is what you guys said. Well, that reality's coming sooner than later.
Now it's a lot better. So let's get into this. Like, comment, subscribe, here we go. Now, funny comment is the RAM component cost was ×5. They said that was going up. So looking at all these factors, how am I going to make the Xbox Helix successful? Microsoft is thinking. I'm just going to tell you it's not going to be successful. But then it takes nobody to be too intelligent to figure that out. But in the Xbox world, I think they're going to need a lot more intelligence than what they have, if they have any, right? I kind of feel like sometimes they're bankrupt on that. Yeah,
Microsoft is bankrupt? What?
He says, how about this PlayStation fanboy? I'm not a PlayStation fanboy. I love Nintendo the most.
Oh, really? When was the last time you even talked about the Nintendo Switch 2? You sure you're a Nintendo fanboy? I mean, at this point, you're a bona fide pony.
I've gamed on all consoles. Not a PlayStation fanboy, but I enjoy PlayStation.
Oh yeah, you know you are most definitely a PlayStation fanboy. I mean, just look at the awful gaming takes that you have in this community. You're most definitely a PlayStation fanboy. There's not one gaming community that has the worst gaming takes besides PlayStation fanboys. Yes, you are one.
So you're wrong about that. But this is what he wants to see, because he was okay when I used to slam Sony. And
it's not even about slamming anybody. It's about being consistent in what you're talking about. You are telling people that Steam is not coming to the new Xbox. We can make a wager. We can make a bet right now, bruh. I'll put $500 that Steam will be available on the new Xbox. You're not confident in what you're saying, so cut the cap, bro. This is the problem. This is not about slamming Xbox and slamming Sony. It's about being consistent and genuine in the content that you are telling your audience. And then you get mad at them for saying, what are you talking about? Microsoft has confirmed this. So we're supposed to take your word for it? Just like how Dreamcast, like your older brother Dreamcast guy won. How he said, I mean, Xbox said they got this new hardware coming out, but I don't believe it. It just shows you that that's what you guys don't want. Because you are the ones that are afraid of this. You are. Because you know that if this continues on, there will be no more bye-bye PlayStation. That's all it is. This is copium.
Supporting Xbox, and I was being an equalizer. That's why I was going to stay there. Like, I have Xbox tattooed on my brain in a loser dead world. No thanks.
I mean, you do. You just got to pick up the beanie hat so we can see, the forehead. I guarantee there's a big old M right there.
Microsoft spitting in your face 24/7. No thanks.
And PlayStation spit in your face too. Didn't they take away the Blu-ray production from you? Didn't they steal movies out of people's accounts? I mean, ain't none of these companies are perfect here, brother. I'm just saying.
So how about this, PlayStation fanboy? Okay, Xbox gets upset. What am I upset about? It seems like you're the one that's upset. Why would I get upset? I'm
all
not
hysterical.
getting an Xbox Helix. I don't need it. I can just play Steam on an Apple laptop, on a Windows. It doesn't really matter. What do I need to get upset for? The one who keeps on getting upset.
Getting all hysterical over nothing.
Said is you butthurt Xbox fanboys. And you're freaking loony cult that can't handle any sense of truth. Gets upset. So funny, because to cover up Sony's mistakes, why would I cover up Sony's mistakes? I made tons of videos.
You have been covering up Sony's mistakes, man. There was a thing that even when you brought up the whole, what was it? The server outage being down and stuff like that. Well, we could probably get to that. The reason why a lot of people in the U.S. didn't feel that, because that's where, like you said, the vast majority of their audience is. Now, when the guy brought up brought up to your attention that the one on PlayStation was worldwide, that's why more people was impacted, because more people play it in Europe, US, whatever, China, whatever other different places. But with Xbox, it's predominantly mostly US. We all can agree with that. So that's why, because I've never actually had the issue. So when everybody was telling me, oh, there's an Xbox outage going on, I was still able to play my games like nothing was going on. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was still on my Nintendo Switch 2 more. But still, I'm just saying, when I decided to go on my Xbox, I did not see that problem. It was a worldwide problem with PlayStation. People in the UK, in the USA, it was people all over the globe. You do understand that America is only one part of the world, right? Okay. I just got to throw that out there.
PlayStation physical disc ownership ending. I make tons of videos on that. You ain't just see straight Xbox on my page. So what are you talking about? You might want to go look at one.
I mean, some guy in your comment section said you dropped 7 days. No, not 7 days. 7 videos about Xbox, bro. I don't even think I've done that, man. That's crazy.
One-dimensional pages that never have anything on
7
Xbox
videos.
Creators, Xbox fanboys, and the ridiculous behavior.
With no gameplay, I might add.
It's over toxic positivity at the lowest spectrum of intelligence. It's like, I wouldn't even say intelligence. It's like, what are we doing here? Where's the criticism? Where is the criticization at? I can't even say that right now. But where is the constructive criticism? You know what I mean? It's like, if you want a company to improve, you need to criticize them.
Yeah, instead of damage control, when Sony removed the Blu-ray disc production, what did you do? You said I was Mr. Digital. Then you go as far to talk about physical. Like, that's what I'm saying. How you, like, you know what a real digital gamer would say? Well, I mean, yeah, they're removing it, but I never really used it anyway. That's what they would say. They wouldn't go as far to cap, well, Nintendo's still doing it. Well, PlayStation still got it right now. They wouldn't do that. If you're really a digital, even Porter Rock's like, well, you know, we can't really complain because I bought more digital than physical. At least he's honest. I mean, that's crazy, bro. I mean, that man is more honest than what we're getting with you. I'm telling you, man, he is the worst fanboy in this community. No buts, no. I'm telling you this right now, bro. I've dealt with a lot of fanboys, but even they can come to their senses, for real.
Xbox content, and I'm criticizing Microsoft heavy, and I'm showing you all the weaknesses consistently.
But this is not a weakness, though. This is what you don't understand. You are lying. This is not about you just talking poorly about Xbox. You are saying that the new Xbox is not going to have Steam. So if this new Xbox has Steam, just like when Dreamcast guy won, when he said, well, I think Microsoft's going to cancel that, and it happens, then people are going to hold that on over your head. That's all I'm saying. And I hope people do. So when that new Xbox comes out and it has Steam, I already know what your next excuse is. Well, it's not really a console, it's a PC. That's the excuse. Bro, you guys just come up with excuses for everything. One day it's a console without launchers and Steam. Microsoft, it's traditional. They're scared of Steam. They don't even want it. Then when it has it, then all of a sudden it's not a console, it's a PC. Like, it's this constant capping that you people keep doing. And I love it when people address and call you guys out on your garbage, because then it makes me know that I'm not the only one thinking this.
Because all they do is glaze. They're all a bunch of frauds. They're some of the worst content creators on YouTube. They're trash. I can't even consider them a real content creator. They're so dumb. Because it's just consistent brainwashing and glazing and trying to cut.
I mean, what you're doing is brainwashing. You are telling people that Steam is not going to the new Xbox, even though it has already been confirmed by Microsoft themselves by having different launchers. This was one of the first things they showed, that what you could do with the Project Helix. What would be the point of, even you said a Helix is like, both of them, right? The fact that it's even in the code name shows you that it's going to be a hybrid, like Microsoft told you. You're the one saying that Microsoft don't want Steam. You're the one making these claims, bro. Ain't nobody saying, I mean, it's crazy. Just go ahead, bro.
Xbox failures. This dude is going to literally try to speak from a position that he shouldn't be speaking from. Because in the Xbox world, you are the absolute worst historically by millions of miles when it comes to covering up failures. All you do is fail. Everything has failed in your world. And the last thing left is publishing. And Microsoft is on the way to killing that. And you're going to talk about covering up mistakes. Please never say that again. Just to bash Xbox. Enjoy a digital future with nobody on. Only sit down.
Damn.
Nobody on. You want to try to use my statement? I made that cool. Damn. You were talking about a digital future? You're first. You couldn't even access your games when Xbox was down for 20 hours. Even physical discs were being affected, you moron.
And guess who's stopping physical disc? PlayStation.
You guys is... You pea brains, bro. It's like it's really bad. You want to talk about...
He really getting mad at this Denver Broncos fan, man. I don't know, man. That'll be the last time he used that. I think he. No, I'm just trolling, man. That's a horse right there. We got some pony on pony action.
77% of your damn hardware sales are Series S.
And that same thing also applies to the PlayStation. Because that's why PlayStation is getting rid of the physical disc. Because more people buy digital than physical. And we know that because look at the data. Oh!
Discless console. And you get on Rent Pass 24/7 in the cloud. And everything across multiple devices. With nothing physical.
And what's the problem with that? What's the problem of having access to my games and my catalog on another device? How is that even a negative?
Go on it. You don't buy any games because Game Pass kills your market. You want to talk about a digital future?
I mean, if they don't buy games, then you have to explain why Marathon is failing, Concord, why Square decided to pull out that exclusivity deal. Why Soros is selling pretty sorry. You got to explain that, because if you're saying that Xbox gamers don't buy games, then why are PlayStation buying games? And you can't use GTA 6 as some form of justification, because I guarantee they bought that game on Xbox just as much as they bought it on... Well, they bought it more on PlayStation, of course, because of the install base. But I'm saying, I guarantee they also bought that as well. So, what justification do you really have to say that PlayStation ponies buy more games? Because clearly, you guys have gotten exposed with that narrative.
In it. They tried to put you in one in 2013. We had a 24-hour lockdown.
We still talking about 2000. You see this? Are you serious, bro? That's like me bashing PlayStation for something they did 20 years ago with the PS3. Oh yeah, Sony trying to recover from the PS3 to get their money back because the PS3 failed. Bruh, you know it's bad when you gotta go back 20 years ago to put out some lousy content so you can fanboy on your channel, bruh. That's ridiculous. Oh, Nintendo's not doing well because the Fanboy boy in the Philips CDI. They're not doing good. Nintendo's failing. What? How is this? How is this even relevant to what's going on with Switch 2 now? Now, obviously they got some problems, but I'm just saying, how is that relevant? Nintendo GameCube, they never recovered. The Wii U, they never recovered. They never got it back. Nintendo's still trying to make up for lost ground. Oh my goodness.
Really are all kinds of slow. You can play your digital games offline on PlayStation and your physical games.
Not for everybody. I mean, some people still show they had some locks on them accounts, brother.
But Microsoft had it to where they messed up so bad, your licenses is even outside of their jurisdiction. It was outside of the Xbox. They let you know that, the CTO. So what are you talking about? You've been in that digital future where you can't even enjoy it when it's offline.
Sounds like you're upset that PlayStation is becoming the same thing that you hate, and I love it.
What's going on, gamers? Guys, this right here, I'm not shocked, but oh boy, is it all over the place today. And this is something coming out of Jez Corden's world. Yeah, guys, are you ready for this? Xbox Helix without Steam. Just think about that title right now. AGN just sees a big mess here. Microsoft does not know what to do. And I mean, are you going...
The funny thing is, right? You can't even break this down. I mean, you call yourself intelligent, but yet you can't even break down whatever this article or whatever this information is. This has nothing to do with Steam not going to Xbox. This is something you fanboys keep saying, well, if Steam is on the Xbox, that's going to impact Microsoft. How is it going to impact Microsoft? Explain. People pay for Game Pass because of the games that it offers. I guarantee you that when them Xbox gamers get to that Helix, they will still continue to buy games through Xbox, Steam, or whatever options that they have. But also pay $20 for that Game Pass Ultimate. Microsoft does not care. They're getting your money regardless. Oh, I'm gonna buy Gears of War on Steam instead. They're still getting your money. You do understand this, right? You you guys are fully aware that even if you buy an Xbox game on Steam, Microsoft is still getting your money, right? Gabe's doing another W. This is what I'm saying, man. This is why I can't take these guys seriously. When you gonna play Halo on Steam? They're gonna buy Gears of War on Steam, Fable on Steam, and Xbox still gonna get your money, even if you buy it on the PlayStation 5. Where do you think this money's going to? Microsoft's destroying their platform. Because what they're going to do, they're going to buy the games on Steam. Even, oh my goodness, you know how ridiculous these guys are, man. I don't know how anybody can take you fools seriously in the gaming community when you out here coming up with logic like this. Talk about, look, and as a matter of fact, even Jez, it says right here, it says, Jez reveals a key fact. Only 2% of Xbox Ally users without a console buy games in Xbox Store. The rest go straight to Steam. And it boils down. They give us closed, accessible system or a machine that costs more. See, you guys are still caught up in this whole purchase thing. You guys don't purchase games anyway. You purchase particular games. Steam purchase particular games. PlayStation gamers buy particular games. Xbox, particular games. Even Nintendo. Nintendo gamers do not buy every game. Matter of fact, if anything, you guys are getting exposed for only, you know how Microsoft is Halo, Gears, and Forza, when Nintendo's Mario, Pokemon and Zelda. You guys are all doing the same thing. You tell me when they supported the high reward. You know what? Let's go through the list. Let's go through this list, right? We already know PlayStation. We already know y'all don't buy nothing, even with the high install base. What about Mario Tennis? Oh! Star Fox? Oh! What about these games? You got Nintendo trying to bundle them games in them to increase the software to make it look like their games are doing well. It's pathetic. They're literally taking the strategy that Sony did to garner more sales for these games, even though they're bundling it with the Switch 2. It's pathetic, bro. Pathetic. Metroid Prime 4 flopped. There's more flops on the Switch 2 than there's even on the PlayStation 5 for right now, bro. Your games are flopping. Metroid Prime 4 flopped. Tennis flopped. I don't know about Splatoon yet. What was the other one they got? I'm sorry, I'm losing thought. We already know all third-party releases on the Switch 2 flop. I mean, the Switch 2 got nothing but flops. This is why Nintendo is scared to put out any demanding games, because they're like, you're going to have to buy these remakes first. We're not putting anything out there until you show us that you're willing and capable enough of buying said games. Now, will certain titles engage users more than others? Of course. Smash Bros, Mario Kart, of course. Those games are always going to have those attach rates. But as good as they were on Switch 1, definitely not. We're not going to see that with Nintendo no more. Every Nintendo game, I think the only ones that did well was Mario Kart, Bonanza, Pokemon Pokopia, and I think that's it for right now. Those are the 3 games that did well on the Switch 2. Everything else flopped and failed.
To be a publisher.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, hopefully you guys enjoy this video, man. AG at it again, acting like a fool. Clearly he don't know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Dude's really out here acting like Vegeta, like he got that pony pride. So something single-handedly wrong with this guy, man. I don't know how you fall from the graces of having a great channel to this garbage. Straight up, man. And like I said, keep flaming him in his comment section, man. You can clearly tell that he's bothered by it. I mean, I've never seen a dude get so angry to the point where he got to make videos on people commenting on his channel because they don't agree with him. That's crazy, man. Like, and the funny thing is, like, you should laugh about it, but this man really be getting in his feelings over this, man. You know? It's like, well, how many times, man, you trying to fight the whole world? Like, what are we doing here, man? You know you can't win that. Come on, man. This dude got the brain cell of an ant. Take care.